evening and welcome to the 2019 Central Moriches Middle School Moving Up Ceremony. I'm Dr. Reggio, the middle school principal, and I'm honored to be here tonight. Before we begin, I'd like to point out our emergency exits. We have 3 exits in the back of the auditorium and 1 on either side of the stage. Additionally, if you can please silence all electronic devices as a courtesy to our student graduates, we would greatly appreciate it. Tonight's Moving Up ceremony is going to be broadcasted in the LGI via a live video stream. If at any point in time you need or would like to view the ceremony from there, you can certainly do so. I am also excited to share that tonight's Moving Up ceremony is also being broadcasted live on our website via YouTube streaming. There is currently a link on the front page of the website to tonight's stream. If you have any family members that are not able to join us tonight, feel free to text them now, tell them to access the Central Moriches School District website and click on the live Moving Up ceremony link. Additionally, the Central Moriches School District is piloting new technology at tonight's ceremony. If you would prefer to hear tonight's ceremony in Spanish, please pick up a headset if you have not already done so from Mrs. Seymour at the Lights and Sound booth in the back of the auditorium. The entire ceremony tonight will be translated in Spanish for any audience members that would like to wear the headset. Audience members, please remain in your seats as our graduates enter and exit the auditorium so that all audience members can see the graduates. At the conclusion of the ceremony, students will be returning their caps and gowns and receiving their diplomas in the middle school gymnasium. They will meet you in the lobby once this has been completed. And now, please join me in welcoming the Central Moriches Middle School Class of 2019. Ms. Pinto, I invite the band to start the processional. I would like to introduce our 8th grade class officers who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Ryan Steinberg, Chris Formasano, Jack Bruce, and Abigail Shamming, please join me at the podium. Audience, please rise and remain standing for the playing of our national anthem.
The United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. I would like to take this time to introduce and welcome special guests joining us tonight. Thank you to the Board of Education members, Board President Mr. Foster, Vice President Ms. Rayburn, and Board members Ms. Dench, Mr. Ely, and Mr. Maxwell. I would like to give a special welcome to our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Russell Stewart, and our future Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Ron Massara. I would like to thank our middle school assistant principal, Mrs. Greening, as well as my other administrative colleagues who are present tonight, our assistant superintendents, Mrs. Ngolia and Mr. Soto. Thank you to Chief Wallace, Chief of the Uncochunk Nation, for joining us tonight. Thank you to our supervisors of buildings, grounds, and maintenance, Mr. Thompson, Mr. Von Bronsberg, and Mr. Paulton. The hours your team puts in setting up for an event like this is incredible. Thank you to Mr. Towson and his security team for their assistance outside and for supervising this event tonight. Thank you to Ms. Roseanne Cunningham, Ms. Janice Berry, and Ms. Donna Perna for organizing the caps and gowns for us every year. Thank you to Mr. Turnow and his team of high school students for their assistance with lights and sound tonight. And thank you to the parents of our 8th grade students. Your support of the middle school, our teachers, myself, and most of all, your children has been incredible. It has been an honor to work with you in partnership for the past 3 years. Lastly, I would like to thank the people that make this evening possible, and they are the faculty and staff members at the middle school. I would like to pause and extend a special thank you to all of you. I am blessed to have such a hardworking, supportive, and dedicated staff filled with individuals that truly care about one another and your children. Joining us tonight, some on stage and some in the audience, to support our school and our students are Ms. Donna Bennett, Ms. Janice Berry, Ms. Roseanne Cunningham, Ms. Mary DeLello, Ms. Marsha Dendy, Ms. Renee DeMayo Bridgewood, Ms. Stephanie Foster, Ms. Linda Greening, Ms. Nancy Harkin, Ms. Teresa Borachevsky, Mrs. Maria Kruscher, Ms. Susan Lang, Ms. Kathleen McCormick, Ms. Michelle Mapetit, Mr. Glenn Pepe, Ms. Donna Perna, Ms. Sarah Pinto, Ms. Kim Plush, Mr. Gregory Shower, Ms. Sierra Seymour, Ms. Deb Topurkis, Mr. Brad Turnow, Mr. Rich Velati, and Mr. Larry Holger. A very special thank you to our middle school office staff, Mrs. DeLello and Mrs. Krusher, who have done so much work behind the scenes to make tonight possible. Ladies, I can't thank you enough. At this time, please join me in welcoming our keynote address speaker this evening, students, your educational leader for the next 4 years, and our new superintendent of schools, Dr. Ron Becerra.
Thank you, Dr. Reggio. I know what you guys are thinking. You're thinking, who is this guy, right? And why is he an hour moving up ceremony? Well, this is a new beginning for you. And sometimes new beginnings can be a little bit scary, I think. It comes with an ending of your middle school years. But that idea of the unknown, the high school, what high school is going to bring for you, well, I can relate to that because it's a new beginning for me. And it's a little scary for me too. This is my first big event. Was I going to trip getting up the stairs? Was I going to stumble over my words? It's a little anxiety provoking, right? Those new beginnings. But I think if we go through this together, it's my hope that over the next 4 years, I'll get to know each and every one of you. Well, we don't know each other now. By the end of the 4 years, it's my hope that I will get to know your hopes, your dreams, your aspirations. And when it's time for your high school graduation, we'll know each other well enough that I'll know exactly where you're headed and what your strengths are, which I'm sure there are many. One of my heroes is a man by the name of Coach John Wooden. Coach Wooden is arguably one of the most successful college basketball coaches ever. His UCLA teams won 10 national championships, and he received almost every accolade a coach can get from the NCAA. Yet when Coach Wooden was asked about his most successful teams and his most successful season, he always referred to one in which he won one game over 500. They didn't even make the playoffs. They didn't even make the championship tournament that year. But he deemed that his most successful season. You see, he didn't define success as simply winning and losing. In 1942, almost 80 years ago, Coach Wooden wrote his definition of success. And what he described success as, he said success is peace of mind, which is a direct result of self-satisfaction in knowing you made the effort to do the best of which you are capable. So considering Coach Wooden's words, I offer some advice for success in high school. First, don't ever compare yourself to others. Be comfortable being who you are. And be comfortable trying to make the change that you'd like to see. 10 years from now, you guys will be out of high school, out of college, and you will be the ones, your hopes and dreams will start to change the world. Concentrate on continuously becoming the best versions of you that you can become. For if you do that, your success is assured. Second, as you leave the middle school, I promise that you're going to face some obstacles, some new ones that might be a little bit overwhelming, that's for sure. But I challenge you not to rely on your parents or anyone else to remove those obstacles in your path. Instead, meet those challenges head on and work hard and persevere. Don't ever expect things to come your way because you believe you're entitled to them. Instead, work harder and be empowered in the knowledge that your hard work and efforts will be rewarded. Third, I challenge you to challenge yourselves. And don't be afraid to take risks and fail sometimes. I think you should rethink the idea of failure, because failure is not an end destination. And no one is a failure. Failure is something from which we learn. Thomas Edison once said, "I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." So I challenge you to seek out a rigorous curriculum, a rigorous course of study in high school. Take those challenging classes that you're not sure if you're ready for. You'll be surprised what you can accomplish if you set your goals and keep your expectations high. Dr. Reggio tells me that many of you have already sought to challenge yourselves by taking the algebra and earth science regents exams as A-players. That's fantastic. And I'm pleased to say she also informs me that the pass rate for 8th graders taking those tests is 100% on both regents exams. So, applause. So continue to challenge yourselves and seek out that difficult curriculum. Fifth and finally, I ask you to be present. You know, I have 4 daughters. Next year, my oldest will be a sophomore in college. I have one that will be a senior in high school, one that will be a sophomore in high school, and one that will be in 5th grade. So I am somebody who is keenly aware of the pressures that you guys face as adolescents in today's world. I also think that, you know, we're all aware, probably in this building, that there are unprecedented levels of anxiety and depression amongst adolescents these days. I personally think that some of that comes from the screen time and the lack of in-person social interactions and the idea of social media and too much time on social media. We can connect more easily than ever electronically, but too often we fail to do so in person. So take time to disconnect from your devices. Build meaningful in-person relationships with each other, with your friends. I assure you that that will improve your lives. Boys and girls, you've made your parents and your teachers very proud. And I know that you'll continue to do so in high school. I look forward to getting to know you all much better over the next 4 years and watching you grow and learn and develop as individuals. But now, I offer congratulations to the future Center Merchants class of 2023.
Thank you, Dr. Massaro. 8th grade students who are members of the middle school band, please join the band at this time. It is with pride that I present our middle school band under the direction of Ms. Pinto. They will be performing a selection called Shadows Unleashed. may now return to your seats on stage. The next segment of our ceremony this evening will be the presentation of awards. The students are unaware of who will be receiving the awards, so this will be as much of a surprise for them as it is for you. The first award presented tonight is the Presidential Academic Excellence Award. This is the highest academic achievement award that we will be presenting tonight. The students receiving this award have maintained a grade point average of 90 or above during their 6th, 7th, and 8th grade years at the middle school. The students receiving this award have demonstrated academic success, motivation, initiative, and integrity. Congratulations to the following recipients, who will be announced by our Assistant Principal, Mrs. Greening.
Students, please stand when I call your name and remain standing until all names are called. Audience, please hold your applause until I read all of the names. Congratulations to the following recipients: Kevin Adams, Cameron Benji, John Benzie, Kieran Brennan, Jack Gruch, Megan Bukowski, Maya Burwell, Charlotte Castiglione, Madeline Chapone, Christian Coppola, Courtney Davila, Abigail Diudo, Matthew Debler Seidel, Benjamin Dench, Isabel Dennis, Christopher Formasano, Leah Franchi, Lanaya Franklin, Kaylee Gerhauser, Emily Gilroy, Joshua Godek, Joseph Goncalves, Lisbeth Gutowski, Amanda Haffey, Kaylee Hamill, Joshua Ely, Kaya Johnson, Aiden Jones, Janiva Jones, Noelle Jordan, Riley Keller, Caleb Kench, Romina Lopez Flores, Megan McGill, Paige Mansfield, Morgan Matthews, Emma Matos, Kaylee Maxwell, Luke McCluskey, Liam McDermott, Sophia McLinn, Jake Mecca, Emma Morris, Riley Morris, Ryan Muller, Patrick O'Day, Isabella Ortiz, Emily Pissarro, Lauren Pellegrino, Kayla Perez Bautista, Petra Platt, Haley Poach, Sean Bolcha, Isabella Procuglia, Savannah Reyes, Kathleen Schaefer, Abigail Shaming, James Sears, Jade Slodisco, Jacob Smith, Jake Semesso. Lauren Spivak. Gabriella Sarodin. Ryan Steinberg. Tyler Stewart. Jessica Ustad. Please join me in congratulating the recipients.
The second award presented tonight is the Presidential Academic Achievement Award. This award will be presented to students who maintained a grade point average of 85 to 90 during their 6th, 7th, and 8th grade years at the middle school. The following students exemplify determination and enthusiasm in their studies. Congratulations to the following recipients who will be announced by their guidance counselor, Mr. Pepe.
Students, please stand when I call your name and remain standing until all names are called. Audience, please hold your applause until I read all of the names. Congratulations to the following recipients: George Bokey, Flamel Brown, Luca Castro, Ashley Chada, Bo Davidson, Chase DeCharo, Molly Dijon, Madison Fink, Liam Hanlon, Jack Howard, Jordan Legger, Luke Menzer, Matthew Nelson, Jediah Perez, Savannah Piccoli, Dylan Plotke, Christian Scafaro. Please join me in congratulating the recipients.
Students, you may be seated. The third set of awards are our faculty awards. Our 8th grade teachers have selected students in each of their subject areas to receive special recognition tonight. We will begin with Mr. Schauer, who will present the awards for mathematics and science.
Good evening. I have 2 math awards to give out this evening. The first one for excellence in math for Algebra 1 goes to Madeline Chiappone. And the second math award for Math 8 goes to Joseph Goncalves. I will also be giving out the Science Award tonight. The first Science Award goes to Luke McCluskey. And the second Science Award goes to Bo Davidson. I would now like to introduce Mr. Bulger to give out the Social Studies Award.
Mr. Bulger!
The Social Studies Award goes to Jessica Ustad. And the second social studies award goes to Paige Mansfield. I would now like to introduce Mrs. Donna Bennett, who will be giving out the award for world languages.
I need to present two sets of awards, one for the Spanish students and one for the French students. So for the Spanish students, if I could announce Kaylee Maxwell. And also for Spanish, if you can announce Jake Mecca. And finally for French, the award goes to Benjamin Dench. And finally, the last award goes to Kayla Perez Bautista. I would now like to introduce Ms. Hoshevsky, who will be presenting the award for English.
Good evening. The first recipient of the Language and Literature Award for this year is Patrick O'Day. The second recipient for the Language and Literature Award is Abigail Shamming. I would like to introduce Ms. Kim Plush to hand out the Physical Education and Health Awards.
Good evening, everybody. I have two physical education awards to present tonight. The first award goes to Jack Roosh. Okay, the second award goes to Jordan Legger. Congratulations, guys. And next I would like to introduce Ms. DeMeo Bridgewood for Art Awards.
Good evening, everyone. The first art award goes to Molly Dijon. I love my kids. And the second award goes to Kieran Brennan. I would like to introduce Ms. Pinto, who will be presenting the awards for band and chorus. Good evening. The first award for chorus goes to Megan McGill. The second award for chorus goes to Paige Mansfield. And now for band. The first award for band goes to Caleb Kent. And the final award for band goes to Haley Poach. I would now like to introduce Mrs. Horchevsky, who will be presenting the IB Learner Profile Award.
Good evening again. At Center Riches Middle School, we are guided by the traits of the International Baccalaureate Learner Profile. We want all of our students to aspire to be principled, open-minded, balanced, knowledgeable, reflective, thinkers, communicators, inquirers, and risk-takers. Most importantly, we want our students to be caring for each other, their families, their school, and their community. This year's IB Learner Profile Award is given in loving memory of Mrs. Kim Hardwick, who made it her mission to be kind and caring each day, and it is awarded to a student who truly exemplifies these traits. Mrs. Hardwick ended each day on the loudspeaker by saying, "Kindness begins with each and every one of you." And I am pleased to award our very first IB Learner Profile Award to Lauren Pellegrino.
The next award presented tonight is the Citizenship Award presented by Mrs. Mabati.
Good evening, everyone. The first recipient of the Citizenship Award is Christopher Formasano. The second recipient of the Citizenship Award is Jacqueline Tejan.
The next award presented tonight is the Uncompahgre Nation Educational Achievement Award presented by Chief Wallace.
Kweli tapia kai se on kakutasuis Europa Muchashaiwa Uncompahgre's Kutapwa Richabaiwa Pusputap. Greetings, my friends and relatives. I am proud and honored to be a part of this celebration. My name is Harry Wallace. I'm the elected chief of the Uncompahgre Nation and Turtle Clan. I would also, before I give out this award, this excellence award, I would like to give a shout out to Irene Navas, the homeschool coordinator for the reservation and school district, who was unable to be here today, but has never missed any of these before, and will be more than happy to be there. So let's keep on warm. So the Center Moriches Middle School Academic Excellence and the Joint Uncompahgre Nation Educational Achievement Award goes to Lanaya Franklin.
Each year, we honor retired board members that were instrumental in the development of our middle school. The first award is the annual Lois Tinsley Spirit of Center Moriches Award. I would like to invite Ms. Bennett to the podium to present this award.
The Spirit Award honors a student who actively and positively participates in school and in the school community. This student excels academically, athletically, and in dance. She has spent countless hours volunteering for the Moriches Community Center and various activities in our school. This student demonstrates positivity and enthusiasm in all that she pursues and in her role as president of the National Junior Honor Society. Her leadership skills and devotion to our school community is evident. The recipient of the Lois Tinsley Spirit of Center Moriches Award is Emma Mate.
The next special award is the annual Michael Fury Science Award. I would like to invite Mrs. McCormick to the podium to present this award.
The Michael Fury Science Award is presented to a student who exemplifies high standards in work ethic and dedication to the field of science. This award winner is a truly special individual who has worked hard every day to do well in this difficult Regents course of Earth Science. This student scored the highest Earth Science Regents grade in Center Moriches this year with a 98. I am proud and humbled to announce that the winner of the Michael Fury Science Award is Riley Keller.
The next special award is the annual Jacques LeBlanc Technology Award. I would like to invite Mr. Bolger to the podium to present this award.
Technology is the application of tools, materials, and knowledge to solve problems and to extend a student's capabilities. When thinking about which student in the class of 2019 best displays a unique knowledge and understanding of all things technology, one student came to mind as someone who is a master at using gadgets and tools to create and discover. This technology award requires more than just using your phone. In fact, I don't believe I saw the student on his phone once this year. Instead, I witnessed him expand on his class projects and assignments in ways that no other student was doing. This award is awarded to the student who uses software, hardware, and their environment to create original work that is above and beyond their peers. This year's recipient of the Jacques LeBlanc Technology Award is James Sears.
The next special award is the annual Virginia Tyson Community Service Award. I would like to invite Mr. Bellotti to the podium to present this award.
The Community Service Award honors the outstanding service and volunteerism of a student. Next year, Center Moriches Middle School will begin the MYP Culminating Community Project. This project fosters importance and impact of service in our community. With people like our next recipient, we will have no doubt that our community and world is in great hands. This year's recipient has gone above and beyond the required service hours for the National Junior Honor Society. In addition to excelling academically and musically, This year's recipient has spent well over 75 hours of her time in service to our community. She has made peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for the Lighthouse Mission, created bookmarks for children, collected food and supplies for animal shelters, baked animal treats for shelter animals, made cards for veterans, and has volunteered countless of hours for the CMPTA, the Center Mauritius Public Library, and the Clayton Huey Library. She has also participated in the Sandy's Giving Bag fundraiser and the Authors Unlimited. This student truly exemplifies our Center Mauritius tradition of helping others. The recipient of the Virginia Tyson Community Service Award is Haley Poach.
The next special award is the annual Joseph W. McKeffey Commitment to Excellence Award. I would like to invite Mr. Pepe to the podium to present this award.
The Commitment to Excellence Award honors the student's exceptional work and commitment to high academic standards. This year's recipient not only excels academically, she excels athletically as well. She also volunteers her time to the community. As a member of the Center Mauritius High School varsity softball team, she uses her skills and talents to teach children to play softball. She also coaches basketball with the Mauritius Youth Organization. The recipient of the Joseph W. McKeffey Commitment to Excellence Award is Emma Morris.
The last special award is the Patricia Cunningham Peer Service Award. I would like to invite Mrs. Horachevsky to the podium to present this award.
This award is near and dear to my heart, and I'm privileged to be able to announce the recipient. The Peer Service Award honors a student who is friendly, helpful, respectful, and is a role model for others. This student has dedicated countless hours to helping other students achieve success in mathematics. Working with Mrs. Connolly, the 7th grade mathematics teacher, the student has tutored the 7th graders in math for the entire school year. This student embodies what peer service truly means. The recipient of the Patricia Cunningham Peer Service Award is Joshua Ely.
And now the moment our graduates have been waiting for, the presentation of their diplomas. I would like to invite Board of Education member Ms. Stench to present the diplomas to the first group of graduates. I would also like to invite 8th grade teachers, Mr. Volger and Mr. Shower, to the podium.
Will row 1 please rise? Kevin Adams. Jonathan Alema. Cameron Benji. John Benzie. George Bokey. Kieran Brennan. Jack Bruce. Ulysses Brown. Clamel Brown. Megan Bukowski. Will row 1 please be seated? Will row 2 please rise? Maya Burwell. Charlotte Castiglione. Luca Castro. Jonathan Satina. Ashni Chada. Madeline Chiappone. Christian Coppola. Abigail Diudo. Vincent Daly. Will row 2, please be seated. Will row 3, please rise. Bo Davidson. Courtney Davila. Solomon Davis. Matthew Debler Seidel. Chase DiCero. Molly Dijon. Benjamin Dench. Isabel Dennis. Joshua De Blasi. Will row 3 please be seated? I would now like to invite Board of Education member Mr. Ely to present diplomas to the next group of graduates. Will row 4 please rise? Dylan Erickson. Madison Fink. Christopher Formazano. Leah Franchi. Lanaya Franklin. Jaden Gappa. Will row 4 please be seated? Will row 5 please rise? Kaylee Gerhauser. Emily Gilroy. Marcos Hiron Pazan. Joshua Godek. Joseph Concalves. Jacqueline Gonzalez Valadares. Lisbeth Gutowski. Amanda Haffey. Kaylee Hamill. Liam Hamlin. Will row 5 please be seated? Will row 6 please rise? Jack Howard. Joshua Ely. Nyshawn James. Kaya Johnson. Aiden Jones. Geneva Jones. Jordan Jones. Noel Jordan. Riley Keller. Will row 6, please be seated. I would now like to invite Board of Education member Mr. Maxwell to present diplomas to the next group of graduates.
Will row 1 please rise? Caleb Kench. Lindsay Kuzmak. Jordan Legger. Romina Lopez Flores. Jordan Lutz. Megan McGill. Paige Mansfield. Andre Mason. Morgan Matthews. Will row 1 please be seated? Will row 2 please rise? Emma Matos. Kaylee Maxwell. Luke McCluskey. Liam McDermott. Sophia McGlynn. Jake Mecca. Luke Menzer. Harry Morales Zacharias. Emma Morris. Will row 2 please be seated? I would now like to invite Board of Education Vice President Ms. Rayburn to present the diplomas to the next group of graduates. Will row 3 please rise? Riley Morris. Ryan Muller. Matthew Nelson. Patrick O'Day. Isabella Ortiz. Ryan Pace. Emily Pissarro. Lauren Pellegrino. Jadira Perez. Will row 3 please be seated? Will row 4 please rise? Kayla Perez Bautista. Leilani Phillips. Savannah Piccoli. Petra Platt. Haley Poach. Sean Polcha. Isabella Ricuglia. Savannah Reyes. Will row 4 please be seated? I would now like to invite Board of Education President Mr. Foster to present the diplomas to the last group of graduates. Will row 5 please rise? Christian Scafaro. Kathleen Schaefer. Abigail Shamming. James Sears. Adam Silvera. Jade Slodisco. Jacob Smith. Nasir Carroll Smith. Will row 5 please be seated? Will row 6 please rise? Jake Semesso. Lauren Spivak. Gabriella Soroden. Ryan Steinberg. Tyler Stewart. Jocelyn Tapia Iglesias. Jose Tapia Iglesias. Colin Tesserero. Jacqueline Tijan. Jessica Gustav. Will row 6 please be seated?
Please join me in congratulating the Santa Maricia's Middle School class of 2019. At this time, the National Junior Honor Society President will address her fellow graduates, family, friends, and invited guests. Please join me in welcoming our National Junior Honor Society President, Emma Matos, to the podium.
Good evening, Dr. Reggio, teachers, members of the Board of Education, parents, family, friends, and most importantly, tonight's graduates. My name is Emma Matos, and I am grateful to be a part of the intelligent and wonderful Center Merchants Middle School class of 2019. When I was presented with the opportunity to give the 8th grade speech, I was told 2 things: write from your heart and what you know. So that's what I did. We all hear about how high school helps define our next steps. While that's true, that's not all high school is about. High school is about living your life to the fullest. It's about spending time with your friends and building those friendships that will last a lifetime. Our time in high school is precious. Once we graduate, some will either go to college, the military, the workforce, or just leave the state for better opportunities. Because we are a small school, we have the chance to get to know everyone, which is not common in most schools. We can get to know everyone in the grade above us and below us and create lasting friendships. Yes, there will be hard times that we will have to deal with, like getting a bad grade or 2. Or some type of drama. But it's those hard times that we will learn and grow from. It's those times that make us better people. High school also gives us the chance to discover your passion, whether it be in the arts, sciences, or business fields. It will give you a variety of new experiences to take hold of. Some courses will offer you the chance to go abroad or experience things beyond our beautiful little town. My best advice to all of you as we enter high school together is to do it. Take a step out of your personal bubble and go explore. The opportunities are endless, and you can find what you're meant to do in the future. You can find something you were not expecting. With that said, we are going to make mistakes. We are still learning. Be patient with yourselves. Winston Churchill once said, "Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." In life, we try to leave an impression. Your name could be forgotten, but your story or legacy will be remembered. I recently saw a quote by Maya Angelou. "They may forget what you said, they may forget your name, but they will never forget how you made them feel." Be remembered for your actions towards others, how you influenced your peers. You could win championships with your team, you could win an academic award, and you could be the best actor or actress. But you also want to be known for being a caring person, having good grades, being supportive, and building someone up when they are down. Choose being kind over being right, and you will be right every time. Before I end this, I would like to say thank you to the middle school teachers and staff for your support and guidance these past 3 years, specifically to Dr. Reggio. You believed in us and supported us through the tough middle school years. You have inspired us with your leadership and empowered us with your positive outlook. Thank you for everything. I would like to wish us all the best of luck as we move forward into our next 4 years of high school, and I hope you will achieve something that makes you proud. So today, we entered this auditorium as middle schoolers, and we leave as the incoming Center Merchants High School freshman class. We are the class of 2023. Congratulations.
Before we conclude this evening, I would like to share a few words with our graduates. Students, as I stand before you tonight, I am filled and overwhelmed with joy and immense pride in each and every one of you. It has been an absolute pleasure to be your principal for the past 3 years. I feel like it was just yesterday I was standing here at your 6th grade orientation, looking at your beaming and excited yet nervous faces. Over the past 3 years, I have watched as you have matured and shined your light in our school and on our community. Your accomplishments are vast, your talents are limitless, and your futures are wide open, full of possibilities. As you continue your educational journey at the high school, I implore you to take advantage of all the wonderful opportunities that lie ahead of you. Join a new club, branch out in new social groups, try out for a sports team, volunteer in the Center Merchants community, and challenge yourself with rigorous academic coursework. This year, I knew exactly what I wanted to speak with you about as I was writing a note to a student in a book titled "Oh, the Places You'll Go" by Dr. Seuss. Every year, a parent, who shall remain nameless because I don't want to ruin her surprise, has her child's teachers write a message to her child in this book, and she plans on giving it to her child at their high school graduation. I have watched over the past few years as our 6th and 7th grade teachers wrote in the book, and this year, myself and our 8th grade teachers wrote in the book. This book that I'm sure our fortunate 8th grader will treasure forever when they receive it in 4 years is filled with special sentiments and memories dating back to kindergarten. As I flipped through the book looking for a blank page to write on, I saw messages from Mrs. Engelhardt, Miss Valentine, and many other Clayton Huey teachers. As I flipped to the back of the book, I paused to read the note written in an all too familiar handwriting. It read, "Dear," and the student's name, "so many wonderful things await as you move on to the next chapter of your school career. Always know that setting goals and visualizing all that you will accomplish are exciting and important steps in achieving success. You will have all the necessary tools, but it will be up to you and the choices you make to transform those skills into a successful academic career and beyond. I will be on the sidelines cheering you on, feeling great pride for the youngster I have watched grow into the amazing person I am certain you'll become. With lots of love, Mrs. Hardwick." This note took my breath away. Mrs. Hardwick wrote, "I will be on the sidelines cheering you on." And students, Mrs. Hardwick always talked about your class. And cheering you on at your middle school and high school graduations was exactly her plan and where she wanted to be. Your class was a very special one to her because your first day of school at Clayton Huey was actually her first day at Clayton Huey as well. You started kindergarten when she began her career in Center Moriches as your elementary school principal. You were a very memorable class for her and the babies, as she referred to you as, that she couldn't wait to see graduate high school. After I shed a few tears in my office, I wiped my eyes and began to write next to Mrs. Hardwick's message. "Dear student, it has been a pleasure to be your middle school principal for the past 3 years. As I sign this book next to Mrs. Hardwick's note, I am reminded yet again that the most important message I can leave you with is to treasure each and every day. Every day is truly a gift. Spend your time surrounded by those you love and tell them that you love them. Continue to be the kind, generous, and sweet person that I know you to be. Smile and enjoy the small treasures life has to offer. Good luck in the next steps of your educational journey and stay in touch. With love, Dr. Reggio." Students, the night before Mrs. Hardwick went in for her surgery, her and I went out to a sushi restaurant for dinner. During that dinner, Mrs. Hardwick was her usual positive self. She spoke about her husband and their upcoming vacation to Aruba. We spoke about work, of course, and she shared some of her career goals and aspirations with me. We spoke about her doctoral coursework that she was currently loving. We spoke about her dream kitchen, and most of all, we spoke about our children. Overwhelmingly, what stands out from our conversation is Mrs. Hardwick's positive outlook on everything and her love. She was a passionate person who loved deeply. Students, I don't share the story about Mrs. Hardwick with you to share a story of sadness, but rather one of inspiration. I hope her note inside that book inspires and encourages you to savor the moments you have and not take our time with each other for granted. Students, please remember that at every age, you can inspire others. Do not underestimate the impact you can have on others at the high school, even if they are older than you, especially during a stage in your lives when the pressure is so great to conform. At a time in life when it seems the most important thing is fitting in, there is bravery in deciding to stand out by setting an example. One of my very favorite verses for children begins with, "Don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for others in speech, in conduct, and in love." That is exactly what you can do at the high school. As you continue your journey to the high school and beyond in life, it is very easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle. You will have sports games, practices, club meetings, tests to study for, homework to complete, friends to hang out with, text messages to answer, pictures to post, and on and on. It takes a very conscious effort to slow down and appreciate the little things in life and the everyday conversations with your family. I am sure the past 3 middle school years feel like they flew by. Your high school years will go just as quickly. Students, I've learned that through some of life's biggest tragedies, sometimes, somewhere, in some moments, If we look hard enough, we may see a glimmer of light. Tonight, I see that glimmer in all of you. In all of your eyes, I see light and hope and dreams to be fulfilled. I see students who are beautiful inside and out with bright futures ahead. Let your light and your goodness shine to others and all those around you. I challenge each of you to engage in the meaningful conversations and spend focused time speaking with the ones you love. This may mean putting down your phone or other electronic devices in your hands that may be distracting you. I know that this may be difficult and that you are growing up in a world of more texting than talking. Trust me, it won't be a text message that you will hold on to and remember forever. It will be an in-person memory. In an ever-changing and ever-crazy world, I ask you, the middle school graduates tonight, to remember to love one another. Tell your family that you love them. Tell your friends that you love them. Never be afraid to stand boldly in front of your peers and give your parents, siblings, aunts, uncles, or grandparents a hug and a kiss. What an amazing place Center Moriches High School will be if the class of 2023 spoke only words of love and never of hatred. If you looked for the good in one another and never the faults. You will all make mistakes. We will all make mistakes. As you move on through the high school, I ask you to love one another through your mistakes and love others as you love yourself. In the words of Mrs. Hardwick, kindness begins with each and every one of you. Center Moriches Middle School Class of 2019, let all that you do be done in love. Congratulations, I am proud of you, and I will be a hallway away if you need me. Thank you. And now, will the graduates please rise? Ladies and gentlemen, I present the Center Moriches Middle School Grade 8 Class of 2019. Ms. Pinto, I invite the middle school band to play for our recessional.